Alright guys, here it is, the DRZ400SM. So, I ask many people, what year do they think this bike is? And the type of answers I hear is 2007, 2005. And honestly, I don't even want to argue with them because this bike is literally from the year 2000 and nothing has changed except maybe these forks for the SM model and these gold wheels, which I like a lot. But what I don't like a lot is the fact that why are there gold wheels and yellow stickers? That's what I don't understand, guys. At least like color match it a little bit better, but I guess it's a little bit hard for Suzuki to do to come up with new designs, since that's the only thing that they've been doing for the past 21 years for this specific motorcycle. Oh yeah, and did I mention that this is my bike? And this is one of my first times riding it as well. So this is a 2018 DRZ400SM with Michelin Power RSs on it, which are not suited at all for off-road or even, to be honest, gravel, but it's okay on gravel. This is a 2018 bike. During the year of 2018, many motorcycles had TFT displays on them. ABS brakes are pretty much are installed on every bike. Steering stabilizers, all the technology you ever want. 2018 was a pretty good year. For the DRZ, however, this thing is still carbureted. This thing doesn't even have a 6th gear. And on the good note, this thing has a very simple engine to work on, which I appreciate a lot. And thank God there's no traffic light here, because if there was, I would be stuck here for hours. Even though this motorcycle has only 5 gears, it's carbureted, and it's obviously not the best motorcycle I could have bought for this price. A lot of people still go for this thing. Oh yeah, let's give it some. And you may be asking, what's the reason that I got this motorcycle when I have a 1000cc, 150 horsepower, 4-cylinder, a technology advanced motorcycle? Why would I go for something completely opposite, which has like 120 less horsepower, 3 less cylinders, no fuel injection, less speeds, and it has a carburetor? Well, to be honest, where I live in Ontario, when all of the roads are literally straight 95% of the time, I thought, man, the roads aren't curvy, but they are very shitty. And what type of bike shines on shitty roads? Well, of course, it will be a third bike or a dual sport or an adventure bike. So I was like, okay, before I go into very expensive motorcycles, such as like the one that I really like was like 2021 Adventure R, like KTM Adventure R. I was like, let me test out the overall feel of how this motorcycle would feel, right? And I bought this thing. Although they are very overpriced, let me tell you that, especially during this year. These motorcycles go for like 6,000 Canadian dollars, okay? Like they go for like 7,000 Canadian dollars depending on condition. And I'm not talking about like a 2017 or a 2016 or a 2019 like pretty new motorcycle. I'm talking about 2005. So like a 15-year-old motorcycle. People are putting listings up on Kijiji for like 6,000 Canadian dollars, which is insane for a bike that is 5-speed, carbureted, and doesn't have any technology on it. But the reason why people are buying it is because this bike is fun. It is unbreakable, and it is really easy to fix. And honestly, those were the reasons why I purchased this motorcycle. Now obviously I have Michelin RSs on it, which are not even suitable for off-road, and these wheels aren't really suitable for off-road, but I've seen people do it with them, so I definitely have to change out the wheels, or at least the tires, in the near future, so I'll feel a little bit more safe. Now, let me tell you this, guys. I've had pretty good luck with buying used motorcycles in the last like 4 or 5 years. Overall, they were in pretty good condition every time I bought them. This bike specifically, when I got there to the seller, he seemed like he knew what he was doing. He managed to answer all of my questions properly, and the bike starts up right away. No problems. The bike rides pretty good, no problems. But when I did ride with some of my friends, and I was in front of them, they've noticed that they couldn't really breathe, and I got a little bit confused. And they were telling me that they were being covered in a layer of blue smoke. As many of you know, what blue smoke means coming out of your exhaust is that your motorcycle is burning oil. And after performing a leak down test on this specific motorcycle, I have found out that the valves are okay, which is good, and the piston rings are good. Everything, it's only leaking down about 2%. So then I was really confused, but apparently what it is my oil piston rings. And yeah, if I ride for about 100 kilometers, I'll burn quite a bit of oil. But honestly, it's not a big deal, because we're gonna have a little build series on this motorcycle. What we're gonna do to it is we're gonna upgrade the cylinder, make it a 434cc instead of a 398. We're gonna put a new, more powerful carburetor on it to give us more fuel and more power. What we're gonna put to it is stage 2 camshafts to give us a little bit more power. A better air filter, you know, to give us a little bit more power. And most importantly, an exhaust, which will give us, you guessed it, a little bit more power. Hopefully I'll be able to squeeze about more than 40 horsepower out of it, which would be pretty sick. Because right now, I did put the stock exhaust back on, and honestly guys, I would thought it would be a little bit more peppy, like on the street, like it would be a little bit more torquey, and I would have, the throttle would be a little bit more snatchy, which I was looking for. But this motorcycle right now is pretty smooth, and I want it to be a little bit more powerful. And if you guys are wondering how I'm able to mount my GoPro on my helmet right on the center to get this beautiful first-person view, well, check out Ridetech Moto, which offers a large variety of custom action camera mounts that go exactly in the center of your helmet for a pretty low price. And believe it or not, worldwide shipping is available. So check out ridetechmoto.com and see if a mount is available for your helmet. Overall, more or less, I'm pretty happy with the purchase. A little bit bummed that it is burning quite a bit of oil, but that gives me an excuse to put a bunch of new parts on it. do something fun with this motorcycle, really dig into the engine like I never did with my other motorcycles, because those ones are pretty advanced and you really don't want to be messing with them because they're perfect from the factory, and there's a bunch of cylinders and just things that I don't want to mess up. But this is pretty simple to work on, and this is what I'm gonna do. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Many other videos are coming out soon, and we will see you in the next one.